Welcome back to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed. This is Steve Solo's Minecraft episode 7, I think. I've been losing count and I've recorded one more that hasn't been edited and uploaded yet. I think this will be episode 7. What I'm going to do today is venture down into my mine and try to find diamonds. As I have been farming trees in preparation for my build on this big island over here. I've been farming the wrong kind of tree, actually. I had continued to farm the dark oaks that I used for the pillars in this building. But I don't think that's what I actually want to use for that big tree in the center. I think I probably am going to want to use regular oak wood, which is actually much more difficult to farm. It doesn't grow in nice 4x4 trunks for you. So I've continued to farm dark oak wood, but I'm sure I can find plenty of ways to use that anyway. Regardless, farming the trees has made me grow a little bit tired of using especially stone tools, which I have reverted to for axes because I was burning through axes too quickly, and if I kept making iron axes, I was going to run out of iron. Right now, what I want to do is get some diamonds so I can start using diamond tools. Hopefully some diamond axes, and one thing I can do with diamonds is build an enchanting table, so I can start using enchanted diamond tools, which will not... One of the enchantments you can put on your tools is unbreaking, which doesn't prevent them from ever breaking, but does make it take a lot longer. So what I'm going to do today is venture down into the mines, try and find some diamonds that will allow me to have much longer lasting tools. There's a trader outside being killed again. What's killing him? Where even is he? So I think the trader might be winning. We've already seen in the past that those llamas are pretty effective fighters. It sounds like they're killing a zombie for him somewhere around here. Are they underneath me? Wonder if there's a cave underneath this hill, and they somehow spawned in the cave. There must be. So I'm not seeing any sign of them anywhere. Well, the trader and his llamas are a problem for another day. For now, let's focus on getting some diamonds. So what I'm going to do for that is continue to dig straight down instead of exploring the caves off to the side. We're going to finish digging this hole and get down to the lowest levels of the world where diamonds actually are found. And then we'll start doing a technique called branch mining in Minecraft, which is just digging or mining long hallways in one direction, looking for the resources you need. And I'm almost at the right level now. Found some more caves here. It's probably where the skeleton is. Yep. Now I have arrows of my own. Skeletons become much easier to deal with when you have your own arrows. Alright, does this go down very quickly? Kind of looks like it might, so I think I'm going to keep going down this cave a little bit. No, not quickly enough for me to want to bother with it right now. I will collect this iron. Kill this guy. Iron remains a pretty important resource throughout the game, so find iron, typically I just harvest it regardless of the circumstances. Although not always. As long as I'm not in a hurry. I could probably be harvesting that coal too, but I'm going to leave that for now. I do want to make it to the bottom of the mine with this pickaxe. Make it to the bottom of the world where I start setting up my branch mining with this pickaxe. And, frankly, it's already going to be pushing it. Oh, hello. The other thing it would be nice to have is a diamond sword, in addition to diamond tools. Alright, so what am I going to need for my tunnel here? Next roof. I'm just going to roof this over a little bit so that I don't wind up digging back out into this cave. Thinking that that should be sufficient. And let's block that off before that creeper gets here. There, that'll be good for now. Alright, I'm almost there now. How branch mining typically works is you go down to block 11, if you can see on the left side of the screen in the second block of text there. The second row gives you the coordinates of your block, of the block that you're standing on. The height coordinate is the y, or the y coordinate is the height, and that's in the middle. So right now it's 13, if I step down it's 12. And at level 3 or 4 you get the bedrock starting, which is an unbreakable block. So we're not going to go that deep though, because lava lakes start to form at level 11. So what you typically do to branch mine is you dig down to level 11, right there, and you just dig in a straight line for a fair distance, and off of that you dig to the sides, again just in a straight line. Because of the way ores spawn in Minecraft, that usually gives you a good chance of hitting the edge of any ore veins that are spawned in that area, depending on how close together you dig your branch tunnels off to the side. I dig mine a lot closer together than many people. I tend to dig out every third row. Most people would say that's way too many, but it works for me. I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm not going to change now. The other thing you have to be careful to do with this technique is to light up your tunnels. What I do for that is, even though it's less efficient in terms of the number of torches you wind up using, I place all my torches on the second block on the left side of the tunnel. And one of the reasons I do that is if you're underground and get confused and forget which direction you came from, if you consistently place your torches on the same side, I may have explained this in a previous episode, you are able to find your way back by making sure that you're following the torches back on the opposite side. So if I place all my torches on my left as I'm going out, and if I forget where I am while I'm underground, which is fairly easy to do, all I have to do to get back is keep the torches on my right. My pickaxe is about to break, and it just did. So now I'm going to have to run back upstairs and get another pickaxe. Alright, I'm back with another pickaxe. In that brief interlude that I found that wandering trader is still up there, and I still can't figure out where he is. Llamas are still spitting at enemies. Wonder if they'll still be there when I am back and getting to the end of this episode. The other thing that I tend to do when branch mining and laying my torches, mainly because it makes it easy to go along, I lay a torch every 6th block. So there's five in between each torch, which keeps it too well lit for monsters to spawn, and it probably is actually more torches than I need to leave. But it also means, since the distance that you can dig out in front of you is 5 blocks, Means that I just have to walk right up to the wall, dig until I can't dig any, or until I can't reach anymore. Run forward, dig one more row out. Oops, there's some gold. And place a torch. So that makes a easy method not only to track when it's time to place another torch, but easy to count how far or to track how far out I've gone. With my branch tunnels, I tend to just go out 10 torches worth. Let's see if we can get this gold and iron. There's some more gold. That seemed like it was awfully small for a vein, so I thought we'd probably find some more down here. The other thing to be careful to do when you're using this mining technique is any little deposits you dig out like this, when in doubt, light it up, because the last thing you want when you're using the branch mining technique is to wind up surprised by a creeper that spawned in one of these while you were in an enclosed space. You will die. I have done it. Don't do it. So now I'm just going to keep digging this. I'm probably going to keep going until I am... Well, we're at our 4th torch now. I'll probably keep going until I'm 10 torches out, or until I find the source of this water that I can hear, which will inevitably flood my tunnel. And then I will start digging branches off to the sides. Usually, or what I'm really hoping for, is that I'll find some caves down here with a lava lake. Lava is used to make obsidian, which will be a useful resource almost immediately. It's one of the components we need for the enchanting table. And also those caves are a little bit easier to explore. You don't go through as many resources digging out the tunnels. Although, typically you can expect that the amount of digging you have to do to break an iron pickaxe will yield enough iron to make another pickaxe. In fact, it already has for us here. So I've mined 8 iron from that one vein that we found, and that's enough to replace this iron pickaxe. It's actually enough to replace this one and the one that I already broke digging down here. Like I said, I found another iron vein. Let me just mine it out and I'll see how many torches down I am. I think the one that's right next to me here is the 6th. It's easy to lose count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was actually the 7th. And those of you experienced with Minecraft will recognize this as redstone. I'm not going to mine that yet because I'm not planning to do anything with redstone in the near future. I actually don't use redstone a lot anyway, but I could mine it for experience, but I don't need experience because I don't have an enchanting table. And for now, I'd like to wait until I have a fortune pickaxe to mine it with, to increase the output. That won't happen for a while yet, at least not until I get an enchanting table, so I'm just going to continue searching for diamonds. Alright, I have just placed my 10th torch, so ordinarily I would go back to the beginning of my tunnel and start branching off to the sides right now, but I'm not going to do that right away. I can hear lava bubbling nearby, which means probably just a little ways in front of me, and from the sound of it, maybe a little off to the left, there is some exposed lava, and that's exactly what I want to find. So I'm going to keep going for a little bit further to see if I can find that. Oh, and we broke through into a cave, which is lit, which means the lava is probably going to be right here. Yep, there it is. Okay. Now this makes things slightly more complicated because it's going to be very difficult to light this area up enough. Well, over here it's going to be very easy. But in that cave tunnel there may be attached to others, and I'm not going to venture all the way up them trying to light up everything to prevent mobs from spawning. What I usually do is eventually I bring a door down here and set it up at the end of the tunnel. I didn't bring one with me right now, so what I'm going to do for now is just be alert for any creepers or skeletons or anything else that might spawn and try to kill me. And, well, try not to get killed. Tunnel connects to another lava lake. Once you find one, you tend to start finding reasonably large underground caverns. One pool of lava is often connected to another pool of lava. Often they actually expand out a little bit as you go down several blocks. But that's for the future. For now, let me see what I'm going to try to do here. I think I'm going to keep exploring down this cave system because I'm running low on durability on my second iron pickaxe. I don't have another prepared. So, eventually what I will do is come down here and dig out all the way around this so that I can walk all the way around this lava lake. And often in the process of doing that, you will find one vein of diamond ore, maybe two. However, it is pickaxe intensive. Well, comparatively. Compared to exploring caves, most other methods of mining are pickaxe intensive. So for now, what I'm going to do is explore caves. And almost get shot into the lava. Which, that you want to avoid. If you die by falling in lava, you will lose everything you are carrying. I'm not carrying anything especially important, but still, I would prefer not to lose any of it. So I'm actually going to mine through a little bit further over, so that if there's another skeleton lurking around, he doesn't have the ability to shoot me into the lava. Alright, another large lava lake and a large ravine. You have to be careful when exploring these because mobs can spawn up on these inset ledges back here, and often they will fall on you, including creepers who will just immediately explode. I don't see any diamonds nearby, but I am going to collect this iron. It's right there, it's visible, it's easy to get, and I'm going to need a lot of it. Found some gold for my trouble too. You do have to be careful mining near lava because just the same as you might get shot into it by a skeleton, you also might wind up digging down into an area where there was lava that you couldn't see. And now that I've broken my second pickaxe, there's nothing for it but to go back up to the surface and make another. Alright, I am back down in my branch mine, and as I said before, I brought a door. In this case, a dark oak door. I told you I'd find stuff to use that dark oak for. I'm just going to put a block up here to close off that gap. I did make sure to leave that back a little ways from the lava. I don't want to wind up burning up the door like I burned up my house a couple of episodes ago. I don't think that actually made it into any videos. I did not get very good footage of it. I was preoccupied trying to put out the fire, but still not something we want to repeat. Let's finish grabbing this gold, and then there's one other thing I'm going to do. Alright. Okay. I would like to continue exploring this direction to see if I can find any exposed diamond. So what I'm going to do to enable me to walk across this cave is pour out some water on this lava, which makes it a lot darker in here because the lava isn't illuminating things anymore, but it turns the lava, or the top layer of lava, into obsidian, which you can walk on. Oh. Remember what I said about creepers? Yeah. That's what I said about creepers. Keep your eyes peeled down here and keep your fingers near your WASD keys so that you can back up quickly. Alright, now this is going to be a problem, because when the water encounter, or when I have now solidified all the lava blocks that were near the bottom like that, there's one source block up there at the top that's still flowing down. When water comes into contact with the flowing parts of lava, it produces cobblestone instead of obsidian, which actually is is useful in some cases. A lot of people use water and lava source blocks to make a cobblestone generator, so that they don't have to dig up cobblestone. They can just make an infinite supply of it, essentially. I typically don't do that because I wind up with so much cobblestone anyway from the mining that I do that it's not really necessary for me. But I am going to have to deal with that source block. I'm going to store my water there for a moment. That'll be as good a spot as any to put that lava source block. Just need to get close enough to reach it, just like that. Put that safely in there, and wait for that, wait for the flowing lava to dissipate there. There. Put my torches back out. Dig away some of this cobblestone. Alright, now I can grab my water bucket again and start pouring it in. I'm going to try to do it without knocking down the torches that I've already placed. Alright, and now this whole part of this ravine is safe to walk through, except for the monsters falling from the sky. Speaking of which, are there any up there right now? I don't see anything. I've got another flowing lava block here. This one looks like it's going to be more of a pain to deal with because the source block is way up there. It's been interacting with this water source block down here at the bottom, which is why there is cobblestone everywhere. Let's see, I think that I am just going to use some of my various blocks that I've collected down here to pillar up to where I can reach those source blocks and extract them. I'm going to shoot that zombie off of his ledge first. Well, good enough. Oh, I see some lapis over there. It's not as good as diamond, but it's something. Alright, I'm already out of blocks. And I need to go just a little bit further, so I'm just going to dig up the rest of the way. Alright, that's the water taken care of. I just have to get up to the lava. I'm debating what I want to do here because not getting rid of, or I can use the lava that already exists that I can collect in buckets to make a nether portal without ever having to actually get a diamond pickaxe first. You need a diamond pickaxe to harvest any obsidian, and you need obsidian to make a nether portal. So I could take this lava source as a bucket and preserve it and not turn it into obsidian just yet. It's using lava buckets and water buckets, you can make a nether portal by making individual obsidian blocks in the right arrangement without ever having to mine any of them. But since we have plenty of lava sources back there already, I don't think I'm going to do that in this case. I think what I'm going to do is cut away that rock and expose the lava source, and just dump a bucket of water on it right here. Just going to make it get very dark very quickly. but it's also going to take care of all the lava that was down there. And a couple of my torches. But that's life. Alright, now I have to dig my way back down. Preferably quickly before that zombie falls on me. There. Alright, now let's explore over, around, and through some of this cobblestone and see if there's anything valuable over here. The lapis we already saw. Oh, skeleton broke one of the other pieces of my armor and got shot by one of his brethren, so now they're dueling. Let's just wait for them to finish. Then we'll mop up the survivor. Alright, that looks like the extent of this ravine. Let me see. The lapis is also useful or required for enchanting, so I am going to dig up this deposit of it. Because I won't be able to... Lapis is also affected by the fortune enchantment that I mentioned for the redstone, but you need some lapis to do any enchanting in the first place. So it would be time consuming and involve villager trading to try and acquire a fortune enchantment without first mining some lapis, and I don't want to spend the time to do that. I'm actually not sure that there are any villagers that trade fortune enchantment, so might not be worth the time anyway. Might be impossible. Looks like I'm striking out for diamonds over here, so I'm going to go back this direction and maybe start digging my way around some of those other lava lakes that I found already. Well, I will just take some more iron on the way. Oh, I stand corrected. I'm glad I stopped to mine that iron, because right there is the diamonds that we were looking for. And it looks like 6 blocks. Each diamond block will give you... It might be 8 blocks. I should dig the rest of the way around. Each diamond ore will give you 1 diamond normally. It is 8 blocks. 8 is the, I believe, the largest a deposit of diamonds can be. I'm actually going to dig all the way around it just to make sure that there isn't any pockets of lava or anything like that. When you mine a piece of diamond ore, same as any other item that you mine, like these little pieces of cobblestone floating here, if those fall into lava, they will be destroyed. And since typically when you're mining diamonds, there will be lava around, it's wise to check and make sure that there isn't any lava nearby that you could accidentally lose your diamonds into. If you have a fortune enchanted pickaxe, these blocks have the potential to drop more. I believe the maximum fortune enchantment level is fortune 3, and if I remember correctly, if you mine with a fortune 3 enchanted pickaxe, it doesn't affect every piece of ore. It's randomized, but on average you, instead of getting 8 from this 8 diamonds from this vein of 8 blocks, you'd get somewhere around 16. What I need to make an enchanting table is 5. And since we found 8 blocks, I think that I'm going to take 5 diamonds from this. Because you need 3 to make a diamond pickaxe, and 2 to make the enchanting table itself. Once I've made the enchanting table, I will wait until I get a fortune enchantment to come back here and mine the rest of these. Let's just take our 5. Got my advancement. There. And we'll leave the rest of those there for later. So what I'm going to do now is go immediately back upstairs, make the diamond pickaxe I need, come back down here and mine some obsidian to make the enchanting table. Alright, I am back. I have my diamond pickaxe in hand, so I'm going to mine up some of this obsidian that I made earlier. This is another thing you want to be careful when you're doing in Minecraft, because, as I mentioned before, when I poured that water over it, it only turned the top layer of lava source blocks into obsidian. So in a lot of spots along here, there is still more lava underneath there that is just like this block. It is still a source block, and it will still burn you, and it will still burn whatever you mine. So the way I typically deal with that is I mine in a hole that's filled with water. If you mine out there and there, so you mine out in all four directions, or all four cardinal directions on either side of the source block itself won't have a direction of water flowing from it. So you can sit nicely like this in the source block without having to fiddle with the WASD keys to keep yourself positioned properly. But I'm going to mine out. I actually forget how many pieces of obsidian the enchanting table requires, so I'm just going to mine, I think probably 20. I think 20 will give us an enchanting table and a nether portal both easily. And that will be as much obsidian mining as I am likely going to do until I have enchanted diamond pickaxes. Because as you're about to see, it takes a long time to mine obsidian. I'm going to start right now on this first piece. And finally it breaks. Obsidian mining takes a long time, and some of the enchantments that you can get on your pickaxes will make mining go faster, mainly the efficiency enchantment. So efficiency is an enchantment that has multiple levels like Fortune does that I had mentioned before. And at efficiency level 4 or 5, mining a large amount of obsidian becomes pretty close to how the time it took us to mine through those, or through regular stone with our iron pickaxe. Mining through regular stone with an efficiency pickaxe becomes much faster. So I'm looking forward to that, as you might imagine. Now there is why I'm mining while standing in water. As soon as the running water comes into contact with a lava source block, it turns it into an obsidian block. So standing in water while you're mining obsidian will keep you from getting burned, because it will immediately turn any lava that shows up into obsidian instead. Alright, I finally have my 20 pieces of obsidian that I said I was going to mine. That took several minutes. As it turned out, the only other source block I uncovered was the one that I had put there myself. So that was a little bit unusual. I was expecting to wind up with more, but I guess the more lava is probably out over here. So we'll deal with that sometime in the future when we have a lot better pickaxes to use. Hi. Looks like they can't even get to me anyway, but I'm not going to take the chance. Did you go to get the gunpowder? I'm not sure what a zombie's going to do with gunpowder anyway. Yeah. See, those, even the experience orbs that had dropped from the zombie and the creeper burned up in the lava. I wasn't able to collect those because I wasn't close enough. They floated towards me and just fell into the fire. Gunpowder is going to be valuable though, so I'm going to go over here and get it. The rotten flesh is going to be less valuable, but still valuable because you can trade it to villagers. I want my arrow back too, thank you. Alright, now I'm going to go back upstairs and make the enchantment table and figure out where in my house I'm going to put that. And once that's done, I will probably call it an episode because my recording is already at an hour. I don't plan on doing many episodes of mining because it tends to have a lot of boring grindy bits, and I don't necessarily want to show you guys all the boring grindy bits. Go watch a Twitch streamer if you want to see that. Alright, I've skipped the night again to make it morning. When I got back up here, I realized there was one more ingredient that the enchanting table needs that I had not exactly forgotten about, but I had forgotten to collect the materials I need for it, and that is a book. You need a book to make an enchanting table, and I am missing one ingredient for that. And that ingredient is paper. In Minecraft, you get paper from sugarcane, which there's some right over here that I have never collected. And that was a little short-sighted. I probably should have broken this sugarcane long ago and replanted some of it so that it would keep growing more for me. But I'm going to go ahead and collect all 9 of the sugarcane that are here. To make the enchanting table itself, we are only going to need 1 book. Making 1 book requires 3 paper, and you need 3 sugarcane to craft any paper, but it crafts in, or you get 3 paper from that recipe. So 1 sugarcane approximately, or no, 1 sugarcane equals 1 piece of paper. You need bookshelves to power up the enchanting table in order to get the highest level enchantments. I'm not going to have enough I'm not going to have enough paper to make even 1 bookshelf. The amount of paper required for a bookshelf ultimately is 9. So once I make the 1 book for the enchanting table, I'm only going to have 6 sugarcane left if I used it all up. So I'm not going to use it all up. I'm going to plant those 6 there to grow more sugarcane. And hopefully next episode I'll be spending some time probably doing more branch mining to get resources and getting more crops grown up there and that sort of thing. So I'll just let these grow in the background and collect more sugarcane, and hopefully by the time I'm ready to record another episode, I will have enough sugarcane to finish off the enchanting area. But for now, let's just get the basics up. So we've got our 3 paper, and then to make a book, you need 3 paper and 1 piece of leather. Remember when I said I was going to need a lot of cows? This is what I'm going to need a lot of cows for. Although actually I probably have enough leather already to get the enchanting, or the maximum amount of enchantments you can get, or maximum level of enchantment you can get from an enchanting table. You need to put 15 bookshelves around it in a specific pattern. And it takes 3 books to make each bookshelf, so 3 leather per bookshelf times 15 is 45, plus the 1 for the enchanting table that I just made is 46. So 54 is already more leather than I need. But still, it doesn't hurt to have a gigantic herd of cows there. Leather can also be traded to villagers, and it's useful for a number of other things. So, our cows have not outlived their usefulness just yet. Alright, now the question is exactly where do I want to put this? I think what I'm going to do is make a enchanting area just in this side of this room. Well, I'm not going to put up the bookshelves because I don't have any bookshelves to put up, but I can use some wood planks to show what the arrangement is supposed to be. Let me grab an axe so I can take it back down again, and some of these dark oak planks. What I want to avoid doing also is blocking any of my windows. I still want to be able to get to those so that I can look outside. Doesn't necessarily serve any particular in-game function, but you don't want to block every window in your house either. First I need to go back downstairs and make the enchanting table. Alright. 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, 1 book. There's my enchanting table. So now let's go back upstairs again and then put it down. So or the arrangement that the bookshelves need to be in is they need to have 2 blocks, 2 spaces between them and the enchanting table in order to provide any bonuses to the enchanting table itself. And you can stack the bookshelves, or the bookshelves also have to be either at the same level as the enchanting table or 1 level above. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my enchanting table right there, right in the middle of the house. And then I'm actually going to plug up this area back here. Oh, I could have left that, but where my bookshelves then will go is right around it like this. And then another stack above them like that, except all the way around. That, I believe, actually winds up being more books than you need to get the highest level enchantments, which are level 30 enchantments. But more bookshelves than you need isn't necessarily a bad thing. It still looks nice. It's a nice piece of decoration for my attic bedroom. For now, though, I don't have any bookshelves to put up, so it's just the enchanting table. You can use it like this, and I'm just going to run downstairs again because I didn't bring any of the lapis with me. You don't need to put any bookshelves around it to use it. And I might even use it right now on this axe if there's a efficiency enchantment. And there is. That's interesting. It's not displaying anything in the middle. So you must have to have a few bookshelves to have 3 options. But the number on the right side there is the number of experience levels down here in the center of your hotbar that you need to access the enchantment. The number displayed right here where my mouse pointer is, that is the number of levels that it will remove from your total when you put that enchantment on it. So those remain the same no matter how powerful you make your enchanting table. So when the enchantment, or the level required to make the enchantment is 30, for this one on the bottom, the number of levels it will deduct from your total will still be 3. Didn't used to be that way. It used to deduct all 30 of them, but they've changed that mechanic since then. And since we can get efficiency 2, which is not a lot, but it's only an iron axe anyway, it's going to run out fairly quickly. An efficiency 2 enchantment is not going to hurt me any. So I will go ahead and make that. Oh, and I got Unbreaking 1 on there as well. So what it's... Oh, now we have a 2-level option. That's interesting. The title at the top when you mouse over the enchantment shows you is the first enchantment that will go on it. And then after that it gives you ... question mark. So you could get more as well. And in the case of this axe, I did get more. I got Unbreaking. Unbreaking 1, which makes... It doesn't directly increase the durability of your item, but it makes it a little bit less likely, or it gives it a chance to not lose a point of durability when you break a block with it. It won't give me double 238 blocks left that I can break with it, I don't think. But probably will get me up to 300 and might get me up to 400. If I remember how the mechanic works correctly. I really don't remember how the mechanic works, otherwise I would explain it. We got our diamonds, we got our enchanting table, and I even got my first enchanted tool. So I think that is a good place to call it an episode. In the next episode, I will try and make it a point to be ready to finish this enchanting table when I start the episode, and we'll see what else we wind up doing after that. So that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to see more episodes. And if you want to help my channel grow, be sure to share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.